And then, of course, there's the 5 to 10 second, none of this is going to be on air stuff. Boop de boop.
Hello, hello.
All right. So, man, so I've been up since 5, but I did get some sleep. So there's that. The other reason I tell you this one is that, like, I feel like the fire hose is back. Like the fire hose is fire hosing me in the face, which sounds a little dirty when you say it like that. But there's so much going on. Obviously, there's been tons of airdrops. Today, I wanted to talk about some airdrops that have happened, like Wuffy and a few of the other ones that have happened. And something that feels kind of revolutionary for me personally that I did this morning that's pretty fun. And a whole bunch of future things. Like I feel like every time we're talking about possible ideas, like the idea that we can target NFTs or staked stuff for airdrops and stuff is constantly on our mind. And again, I think that's one of the key things that made a lot of these meme tokens and meme coins so epic recently, right? Like that the bonk thing is sort of my main example of that.
Yeah, but I think airdrops are nothing new. In the end, you have
For sure.
that there were airdrops. Yeah, there have been airdrops for a while. Yeah, I was reading today that even airdrops is something that traditional markets used, and they used to drop shares of companies to people to get them interested and then allow them to buy more. And they had exactly the same kind of challenges that we have in the crypto world with the SEC in the US. They had the same challenges when they were trying to do that kind of stuff with traditional markets.
Huh. Well, that's
We don't
fun to
have to
know.
feel so special and so attacked in the crypto world. I think the SEC was just doing this for a while. They know how to do that.
I guess.
Yeah.
Boo, hiss.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm just gonna drop our Twitter show on the little Keck official channel over there. Man, I'm struggling with where to start. Well, I guess I'll start this way because it was sort of fun for me. I airdropped 1 trillion Keck onto all of the land and rail NFTs in the uplift. It's 20,000 NFTs, give or take. Ended up being about 42 million Keck per NFT, and it was real fun. Is like 500 wax worth of RAM, which was less fun, but at the same time, like kaboom! It's interesting, right? So the number of holders for Keck went from 520 this morning to 3,000.
Yes, and that's amazing. But there's something that I think we are also missing on Wax with that.
Cool.
Because, well, if you use the cloud wallet, I think that you will see your tokens immediately there. It will be listed, right? Or am I wrong? But if you use Anchor, you won't be able to see your tokens.
I don't think that's true. I'm pretty sure on Alcor it comes out. Okay, if you just use Alcor as your wallet, but I never do, right? Like I'm always on Alcor and I'll look at my wallet there, and then literally everything shows up, right?
Really?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I've never realized that. I think that I think Anchor it's not that appealing from a visual point of view.
That's true. That's true. I do agree. Like the wallet on the Wax Cloud wallet, like just seeing your tokens there is pretty appealing, but like visually. But yeah, like I never look at my tokens in Alcor. But I mean, you can send them right away. They do show up. It's just harder. You have to sort of dig in, right? Like if you're sending something, you have to do a little drop down box, and it's like. Blah, blah, blah.
But yeah, my point is this, because you drop these to thousands of new holders, right?
Yep.
And that's amazing. But how will they realize that they have it? And I think that's the challenging part.
Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, this is where I think because for me, a lot of this is just to see if I can do it, right? Because I want to do a lot more stuff like that.
Of course,
sort of a big priority. But also like attention, right? Like we just did this massive thing. Now we have a bunch of people that are kind of tangentially in our space that are all looking at their wallets this morning. Like, wait a minute, did this happen? And people are like, wait a minute, it did freaking happen, right? Now it's not going to be everybody, no, right? And like somebody was saying yesterday, we were having a conversation about the mining adjustments that we made that have been having a profound effect for the uplift already. They're like, oh, you're like nerfing old NFTs or whatever. I'm like, yeah, well, the lithium price is like 600%, and I knocked your mining down by 10%. So you're welcome. Like that's like just figure it out, right? Like do the math. But I get it. Like you see that thing, it's just this sort of thing where he was like, all your OGs are gonna leave. Like I'm looking around the room. There's like 5 of us in there. They came back 3 weeks ago. Like, no, we're good. They're already gone. It's not a thing, right? But now people are starting to wake up because there's more action going on, and we're starting to get
Yes, absolutely. I think
stuff
it's a
moving.
very good way to create awareness.
Right, and then we just keep talking about it. Hey, you might want to check your wallet, and I think like the peer-to-peer thing is too, right? Like TC, next time he's talking to somebody with Uplift Land, is like, you've checked your wallet for the KEK in there, right? And this is what I was thinking. Let's say KEK goes absolutely bananas, right? And again, like the normal caveat emptors, KEK might never do anything more than it's doing right now. No one knows. I mean, do I think it will? Yes. Am I selling? Absolutely not. But we don't. We have no idea. But let's say
nobody
it goes
knows.
Like completely bananas, and like some Yahoo who bought land NFTs and totally forgot about it like 3 years ago comes back and there's like $500 in his wax account. Like that just gives me the warm fuzzies, right? And again, like, is that likely? I don't know. Who cares? Maybe, but in the interim, it's really fun, right? So yeah, to me, I think it's that ability to kind of punch the sort of attention situation in the nose and just kind of create some waves. And really, I would love to take credit for being the cool guy who thought of this. I'm not. Dapper Gents is what started it. He grabbed a trillion and basically was like, screw it, I'm gonna give it to some friends. I'm like, what?
Cool.
It's fun. It's good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I think I guess the other stuff I wanted to talk about, like the other kinds of things for airdrops or for dropping to like those targeted drops, right? For the little not so secret thing that you and I are planning, like one of the things I'm really excited about. I told KEK about this yesterday. I just call KEK like it's their name. Blah blah blah. I was telling like all of our partner projects for this. We're going to target them in a lot of the same ways that Luffy did, right? Like, I think that was really super fun. It was a great way for communities to kind of connect together and for us to help promote what they're doing, blah, 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 all that stuff, right? So he's going to have one-sided staking where, it could be a girl for all I know. They're going to have one-sided staking. And, the stuff, the 5% transaction fee, 2% of that is going to this rewards pool. So if you stake your KEK, you're going to be getting a share of that of those rewards, right? So like I have a significant amount left. I'm going to dump it in there and like walk away. Let's see what happens, right? But I told them you could check, we could target to see who's got a couple $100 worth of KEK staked, and then we can target it for our little secret thingy thing. Right. So the bonk did. I needed to have $1,000 worth of bonk staked, which is like probably a third of all the money I had at the time. I was like, screw it, let's see what happens. Don't tell anyone. But it was sort of interesting, right? Like I wanted to see, sort of what that what that was going to be like. And I really liked it. It's sort of fun, right? Because then, there's like a million different ways that we can do that for whoever becomes a partner project owners.
Yeah, I think that's cool. But I was just thinking there are some times when I don't know if it has happened to you, but to me sometimes I want an airdrop, and to participate in that airdrop I see the conditions and I try to follow that and follow the rules. This is it, and then the airdrop is so disappointing that I say, man, why did I do this? For example, I don't know, for the mantle airdrop, I transferred 1 ETH to mantle. I did blah 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 blah, and then I got like 10 mantle from the airdrop, and I was like, come on! I transferred 1 full ETH to mantle, and I got 10 mantle, and they were worth like $30 or something like that. And I say, come on, don't waste my time. If I'm going to do something, it's where I don't have to invest. I don't know how. I just want to have fun.
Yeah.
But
and that's where, like, for what we're doing, I want people to, because we're talking about having the NFT that'll kind of keep your score on it, right?
Yeah.
And we want those to be really easy to get, like really, really easy.
Yeah.
To get,
but
right.
And
then
I think
on the flip side, like we've been talking about, you need to burn some NFTs to do some stuff, like all the community activities that we're doing. I still think for sure we take a snapshot of various NFTs that literally everybody has. If the only thing that you ever did is get your hands on that NFT for free or for $1 or for whatever it is, you're gonna get an airdrop. Like that as a baseline,
and
get it out there in the world.
And I agree that people must work, must do some work. I don't like those airdrops that just because you get it. No, I think you should do something to get an airdrop to deserve the airdrop. You really need to become part of the community. That's that's my opinion, at least. But I think that if you really get involved and do the things that you are asked, you should be rewarded. That's my point. You should be fairly rewarded.
Right, like what we're talking about doing, like top level, right? Like there's going to be very easy ways to participate in the airdrop, kind of writ large. If you have lots of NFTs in the space, we want you to benefit, fine, right? But then let's say we have 20 partner projects, which honestly at this point I think is going to be a cakewalk. I think that's definitely going to happen. But like Uplift as an example, right? We're going to have Upliftium staking, like a one-sided Upliftium staking. It's going to be staked for 6 months. You'll get a pack back with some surprises, blah blah blah. You'll benefit a little bit or whatever. That'll be fun. Those staking NFTs, I will target the F out of those, right? So as an example, we launch a couple seasons of these things, and then we say, okay, whoever has X number of these staking NFTs, because they'll have to kind of come in a little package, right? Like these staking NFTs, however many you have by such and such a date. Juan and Corey's meme coin is going to take a snapshot, and it's going to increase the points on your thing, and you might actually be able to earn an amplifier NFT, right? And that's just one project. We could do that many times for each project. Shipple and Keck and everybody's going to be involved, and I think it's going to be like then just we're constantly having really fun things to do that benefit other projects. That's what I love the most about work to go into it.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that's pretty cool.
Me too. Did I mention that I airdropped a trillion Keck onto all the land and rail NFTs in the Uplift? I'm not sure if I mentioned that or it was so fun.
No, I think you didn't. I really think you didn't.
I think I did. Hey, shout out to the bounty block guys. I'm a nerd, but I'm also kind of feckless. I had so many errors last night. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Turns out my mistake was real dumb. And their support helped me out this morning. So shout out to them. They were very, very
helpful. The Bounty Block team, they are very nice guys. Dimitri, it's amazing. It's very, very nice guys.
Yeah, they're really good. All right. So I guess, one of the other things that in the Keck channel this morning, somebody was saying, hey, maybe Keck could fund a big airdrop to like every PFP project on Wax. And I was like, that's a real good idea. And again, like there's, I think, you want to do some promo lead time, right? Because like, if I was smarter, I would have probably told everyone, like, if you owned a land and rail NFT, I'm going to, airdrop this stuff to kind of like create some movement in advance. But I honestly didn't know if I was going to be able to pull it off. So yay, I pulled it off. At least now we can get on the proper kind of promo cycles that should probably happen around those things. And again, like I announced this in the Uplift channel, I might as well announce it here. Like those land and rail NFTs, Bullshipples from Triple and I have some plans for those. So if you have some, you're probably gonna enjoy that. There's gonna be some movement on those. Oh, and okay, we should talk about some other stuff. But at the end of this show, I'm gonna announce a huge partnership with Keck and the Uplift that we literally just agreed to like 10 minutes ago. And honestly, this nipple is real hard right now. Like it's inappropriately hard right now.
Inappropriate
is exactly what she said. Sorry. Terrible. All right. So what have you had any other airdrop? And this is for the comments too. Anyone that's paying attention, like I'd love to get more people kind of chiming in. Like any other airdrops that you didn't like, and like what was the reason for that?
Well, I think the one I really didn't like is the mantle one, and then I got a lot of extra airdrops on Solana, but very tiny ones. So those ones I just leave them there and wait, and maybe in the future they are worth something or not. If the project is really interesting, I buy some extra tokens. But what I did do pretty recently is that I bought the second edition of the Solana phone, because when you buy the because
and that's like it's not even really a phone, it's just like a here, buy this token and like phone someday, maybe, probably.
Well, it's the second round, so the first one was already delivered. But
Oh, they did. Oh, so they have done it. Okay. All right.
yeah, yeah. So I bought the second one, but what I like it's exactly that. What you get is a non-fungible token, an NFT that gets transferred to your wallet or minted in your wallet, and then you become target of a lot of
See,
airdrops.
that's so smart. I mean, that
Yeah,
like, and
yeah, yeah.
really, I sort of feel like that's the you build a community,
Yes,
and then
exactly.
finding out like now honestly, I'm gonna be building Uplift up to the point where people want to target the Uplift community because they're all freaking awesome and they always have been. We took a little nap and now we're waking up, right? But
Yeah,
that kind of thing that you build a community that of ballers,
yeah,
and people are gonna want to be able to talk to them.
and you know what is also fun? Well, the first one to say, well, I should buy this. I was okay. I should buy this. Then Jose said, I already bought it a few minutes ago after you said it. I said, okay, I'm going to buy it.
Well,
And
see,
then
dude, honestly, I wasn't thinking about getting in my cell phone until about
yeah,
a minute ago.
and Max, who's one of our developers, and he said, oh, you bought it, guys. Oh, I think that's stupid. You should never buy that phone. You already have a good phone. The day after, guys, I also bought the phone. So
That's
everybody,
funny.
yeah, now we all have the the,
See,
the
DJ's
Solana
gonna
phone.
DJ, son.
Yeah, yeah, it's just crazy.
All right. All right. Well, welcome to the Selling the Soul phone show. Only because it just worked on me. Like now, I'm like, fuck. Now I gotta find some more soul somewhere. Shit. That's fun. So I mean, yeah, I think like the for me that sort of airdrop culture, I
But
think it's
but
like,
but you know what was cool about that is that
yeah,
I used part of what I received from the wormhole airdrop to buy my Solana phone. So that's nice. You start using
what
airdrops
was
to buy
the
other stuff.
right? What was the wormhole airdrop? I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I think I told you about it. The wormhole airdrop is when you breach tokens from Ethereum to other chains, from Solana to Ethereum.
Oh, you
The
did, you
wormhole
did, you
is
did.
the breach. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I apparently had never done that. It was very sad.
Yeah, that was a nice airdrop.
That's
And
very
now
cool.
I'm waiting for another airdrop on Solana. I hope it will be a nice one because of my trading volume. Uh, so we'll see. The drift
I wonder.
airdrop. So
I
we'll see what
wonder.
it brings.
Excuse me. I wonder if like does Wax on Edge make transaction fees on its aggregated transactions?
Yes.
Okay.
Only on the aggregated transactions. If it only finds liquidity on one exchange, then you're not charged a fee. It's
Oh,
only when you
interesting.
use the routing protocol.
Oh wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, yeah,
That routing protocol is still fascinating to me. Just that it exists is really fun. Okay,
yeah.
so theoretically, Wax Paca. It's Wax Paca, right?
Yes, Waxpaca.
Yeah. We could partner with Wax on Edge, and honestly, I would love to do that in any way, shape, or form that they thought was fun. But as a community event for the thing that we're planning on doing, we could
We
target
will
how much.
definitely partner with him.
So I mean, like, could we track the amount of fees paid? So basically, the amount of activity you've done on that platform, and then use that as your score to basically, tell us how much of our thing to drop to people in that community airdrop.
Yeah,
Kind of
I
like the
think it's
wormhole thing
possible.
is what made me think about it, right? Like, so you've been using this particular protocol for a while, right? And then after the fact, some crazy weirdo comes by and says, "Yeah, we're gonna have you benefit from that."
Yeah, no, I think, well, no, I don't think. I'm sure it's possible. We just have to ask him if it's easy to retrieve that information, because that's
Right.
really what might be challenging.
Okay.
Um,
I guess we could also probably would imagine that it would be easy for him to set it up after the fact, as far as like setting up an oracle that could sort of take a look at that. Well, anyway, we'll see. I'll bet you anything it's going to be fairly easy
yeah,
to do, especially considering
we'll
he's a
see. We'll
freaking
see.
musician. All right. Okay, so there's a couple things I wanted to get to. I was in the Keck channel talking with all those freaking weirdos over there, and somebody mentioned Buka, and I didn't know that they were the ones who did the PFP Wizard thing, which is amazing. I want to show this off. And actually, I didn't think I'd seen this before, but you sent me this to do the Wuffy checker thing.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so they've got a bunch of stuff going on, and I really want to get them on the show. They've got an event coming up, and once I learn a little bit more about it, we'll be announcing that on the show because it sounds really fun. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen this thing yet, it's worth checking out. It's got all the trending PFPs on it. It's got this Wuffy checker.
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
haven't trained your Wuffy, I'm not even showing you.
PFP Wizard, that's pretty nice.
Right?
Pretty nice. That's the creator is Bukia. I don't know if you know him.
Yeah, no, he was one
part
of mine and Jimmy's first interviews, like way back in the day.
Yeah. He was part of the Mr. Rhino. What was the name, Mr. Rhino?
Yeah, that was like that game too, like the sort of yeah. I'm pretty sure they still have like huge builds. In
Exit Limbo is part of Exit
Limbo.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't lie. I don't know anything about PFPs, but I'm learning real fast because apparently that might also be a thing. So yeah, these are all the different collections. I would imagine Betsy's on here, right? Somewhere.
Yeah, Betsy is somewhere over there. Yes, there she is.
Dude, I still have some of JRG's. I freaking love that guy. Oh, there she is right there.
Yep.
What's up? Yeah. So, oh man, Broken Dolls. We got to get them on too.
Oh, yep. Indeed.
Yeah, they're super fun. So yeah, there's a lot of PFP projects out there, and so yeah, I think where this came up, we were talking about the possibility that Keck might do an airdrop to all of the PFP products, which is like a massive undertaking, and I think he'd probably want to be selective about the ones that come in and have those communities like really kind of push forward or whatever. I'm talking to him about it behind the scenes or whatever. I think we'll figure something out. But I think it's a great idea. I think it's a lot of fun. There's clearly like a PFP sort of a culture on wax, and it's not messing around. And honestly, it could very easily grow really fast. So that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Do you know what gems are?
I'm not completely sure. I think those are supposed to be some NFTs that I don't know why you don't see them there, but yeah, I think they grant you access to some stuff on the PFP Wizard site, but cool. I'm not really into all of that.
Okay, we'll find out. Yeah, like I said, Buka sent me some information. I think I might have actually put it in our channel. Did I do that? I didn't. I am a dork. Anyway, he's got something coming up, and I just want to make sure that when that stuff comes up, just remind us, Buka, and we'll make sure we know about it. Yeah. Anyway, it's just tons of cool stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna get educated on this whole PFP thing. The other thing is the Pixel Journey guys are in the Keck room over there. There you go. Keck should give some Keck to anyone who gets the best rarity on PFP Wizard. I have no idea what that means, but it sounds real good to me. Wapaka, we were just talking about you.
Yes.
Yeah. So, okay. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna. I was gonna kind of just scan what Piga sent me because I asked him to give me some details on Pixel Journey because I literally don't know anything about it. Right. So please give me some. Hold on, I forgot to change the screen on this actually. The thing over there. Yeah, I wanted to give them a shout out because they're clearly a big deal. They're I think we established that they're number 4 on Wax right now. Their token. So that's TXJ. They're pretty good apparently. Okay, so yeah, I was just gonna scan and give you a couple details, but screw that. I'm gonna read this whole thing and we're gonna get the skinny. It's pixeljourney.xyz. They've been a top 4 or 5 most traded token besides Wax and USDT, right? So basically, to me, that's you're basically second or third or
Wax, WUF, and USDT. That's why they are number 4.
Yeah, with currently just WUF. Go ahead.
Yeah, but you know what's well, I wouldn't say sad, but what I would like to see changing on Wax is that if you go the difference between Wax, WUF, USDT, and the next token is dramatic. It's too huge in volume terms. I mean.
Yeah, no, that's going to change, and we're going to.
Yeah, that's something that definitely has to change here.
And I think honestly, that's a function of attention, right? And so that's the work that we need to do, and we're going to do it. And honestly, the same order of magnitude jump actually might be bigger is between Sol and Wax, and really it's the amount of capital that's on Sol and the amount of people that are doing it, right? So like
Yes.
it always comes back to attention. Always. That's it.
It comes back to attention, but also tooling. But I do agree that it's mostly attention, because when you have the attention, you have the volume, have people, you will build the tools that are missing.
100%.
You will
Yeah,
find people who wants to build everything.
You go up the stream as far as you possibly can. Attention's at the top of it.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you don't want to, build a whole bunch of stuff to reduce friction and make it more fun. But I feel like, especially with you guys, with Nefty, you guys built an amazing edifice of technology, frankly. And there's just not enough people using it and not enough people who understand how to use it. Actually, part of the reason why we made this show is like, I know we ended up talking about a bunch of other stuff the last couple of weeks, but I feel really strongly that people need to understand the kind of features that are available there, because they're really good.
Yeah. It's I think it's nice, and I also think, for example, that there are things that we could have done extra. For example, all the PFP part, but I never wanted to develop that because it will go against my my philosophy of how things should be on Wax, considering the limited community that we have.
Yeah, well, we gotta grow the community on it.
So, yeah. That's something that should happen. That we have a bigger community, so that we can really have tools that are that exist more than once on the ecosystem.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Okay. So just to give the skinny on Pixel Journey here real quick. Currently, just WUF and TLM are more traded than us, which is, that's massive cred. Aside from PXJ token that was launched 6 months ago, we also have our Pixel PFPs that are dropping on NHT Hive, where so far approximately 6,500 out of the total 10,000 have been minted. Those PFPs will play a main role alongside our token here for the rest of the year, as will allow for up to 80% of them to be recycled, blended into Pixel packs, and those packs will be needed to continue the Pixel journey into the crafting collectibles pass ahead. Oh geez, where they will be released bi-monthly collectibles in various rarity, resolution, pixelation details, and collectors will be able to spend their PXJ and upgraded collectibles. This sounds pretty fun. Yeah, you can find a lot more. Again, the pixeljourney.xyz. There's a whole docs section and a knowledge bank section. So yeah, it's intended to as a partly sort of community-driven project to help new users on board to and explore the best that Web3 has to offer, and slowly incorporating the best features, tools, and opportunities Wix has to offer into our journey. And they'll update their docs and stuff. So there's more, and I'll get to it. And honestly, we want to have Pixel Journey on the show as
yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah, make themselves available. Just because I think like that I think they're thinking about it, and they were doing it before I was recently anyway. Like thinking in terms, okay, I think Wax has a blend of sort of NFT tools and usability on the blockchain, and the idea that like tokens and DeFi and all this kind of stuff, we can marry those together, I think, in ways that are just not possible on other chains right now. And that's kind of exciting to me, right? So like you get the thing, you can get the thing, you can do the blends, you can sort of be part of this thing where, if you're around at the end of it, you've got a collector that's very rare that, you sort of have proven your community kind of bona fides by having it,
Yeah.
Cool beans. Okay. Juan, do you have anything else you want to cover today? I think we could probably keep it non-insanely long today.
I don't have anything special today. Yeah, and I don't even know if there are some cool drops today on Nifty Blocks. I'm not even aware. Let's quickly check.
Take a look. I'll drop my uplift news now, so TC can do something else if he wants to. So I was just talking to Keck, and they actually suggested. I did not suggest this. I should have, frankly, but I didn't. They were taking a look at the uplift, and they've seen some of the amazing builds that are in there. And he's basically like, hey, do you guys want to have a massive build contest for Keck statues in the uplift? And Keck holders will vote on the winners, and the winners will get fat stacks of Keck. And it took me about 0.00001 seconds to agree to that, and so that's going to happen. And I actually double checked to ask if I could announce it on the show, and he said yes. so yeah, no, I'm stoked, man. Like figuring out ways to to get in world and get there's so many creative people that we're building in the uplift. And it's quieted down, but like you'll need a piece of land to get in there and build on it. And then you can go in and build to your heart's content. Yeah, I think it's gonna be good. Like baseline
Yeah,
good,
absolutely.
and only awesomer from there. So yeah, I'm super stoked about that. Huge thanks to Keck Official for doing that. And yeah, tons. And people are still sleeping on this. And honestly, like I lose money by telling you this because I am fat into the freaking farms right now. The Keck farms, the Shipple farms, and the Upliftium farms on Alcor are minting money. They're literally just printing it and handing it out. So that's a whole thing. We're still missing buy offers for PFP. We can't filter by traits. Oh, that's okay. I don't know anything about that, but that sounds. So what's a buy? Can you tell me what a buy bot is?
Well, it's a bot that buys NFTs when they reach a certain price.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
it's kind of like a spot market for NFTs.
Yeah, you could say so. It will be something like that. But I think that right now, buy offers. Don't we have buy offers?
That's what I was gonna say.
Right now, I think we have buy offers on Nifty blocks, but it's not a buy bot. To be honest, yeah, it's true. I think that you could do that the buy similar to a buy bot if you use the gutter on Nifty blocks. You can place that kind of orders. You can place, I think, one at a time, but you need your website, the page open so that it's checking constantly the price.
So wouldn't it be the case that let's say there's a PFP I really like, I want 100 of them, and the floor on them is 20 wax, but I want to buy 100 at 10 wax. Like couldn't I put that in as a buy order in your system now? And if those things happen, or if anybody wants to accept it,
yeah, but you have to check two different things there. There are template offers, and there are specific asset offers. So yeah, the thing with the floor is not really possible unless you buy a template, but that will work if all the PFPs are using the same template. Then yes, you can make a template offer, and you can get you can get one when it reaches the price that you want. When there is an offer at that price, yeah, if nobody else is making a better offer than you. So yeah, and the other option is have buy offers for a specific one, but it's not really like a limit order. But that you can do it with the gutter, having it there.
Okay. And when Wapaka's talking about filtering by trait, I imagine that's kind of like the situation that we see on OpenSea, right? Is that?
Yeah. For example, let me. Oh no, I don't know if I can. Let me try to share my screen here quickly, and let's see if I can do that. Share screen. Oh, what is this? Share screen. Da 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 da. Which one do I want to share? Oh, this is complex. Not so complex. Let me get here. Share. Okay. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, hold on. Boom.
Okay. Yeah. I see my screen now. So what were we talking about? The
filtering by traits.
Filtering by traits. Yeah. Let's go to the market, and let's find a PFP. Let's find the most beautiful PFP available. Let's find on Cut Nifties, and we will find let's find a Betsy. Let's say this Betsy. This one has nothing, but here are the traits. For example, this has base body, base eyes, base everything. So that's something you cannot do right now, filter by traits. Although I think you could achieve it. No, I think
so. That's not in the like variation.
Yeah, no, I think in the variation, no, because the variation will allow you to have some different things. But yeah, No, that's a different thing. So no. You cannot really filter by trades right now.
Um,
True.
all right.
So
So
that's
that's
something
something,
to
something
work.
to
That's something
ponder.
that we should have there.
Right. I mean,
Yes.
that's like figuring out, what caused or facilitated the insanity of that initial run on Ethereum, right? Because that got absolutely bananas. And I think we're more than set up on Wax to have the same kind of vibe. I guess as long as we sort of have the ability for people to trade in a lot of the same ways that they're kind of familiar with, I guess. I mean, that shit's way out of my league. I never really paid any attention to that stuff at my own, poverty. Yeah, well, Pocket said it might work with gunners. So yeah, TC said you should get Dapper Gents to do a how-to Nefty. I think Dapper Gents would have to do 50. That's the thing. Like, there's so many different features that should all be a little 90-second.
Yeah, but we should definitely be
like, I
doing
want
that
to do
kind
it,
of things.
but I think
Yeah.
Dapper Gents would be better at it than I am. But yeah, like getting every single one of the features could and should be like a reel, like a little TikTok or whatever. You know what I mean? Like just
Yeah.
kind of make it bite sized for people, and if they search it, it automatically comes up and kind of gives people some relevant information, that kind of thing. That's been on our kind of to do list, but our to do list grows by 3 days every 6 hours. So, which I mean, quality problem. That is a quality problem as far as I'm concerned. By the way, for anybody who doesn't know, this giant wax sign still exists in the uplift today as an example of the pure insanity that can happen in there when nerds get inspired. There's tons of it. Actually, do you mind if I play a video of some of them just to kind of let people know a little bit what the uplift is looking like?
Just go ahead.
Let me see this here. I might have to shift over to the other. Yeah, I have to shift over to the uplift thing for a second. So there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where'd that thing go? That's what we don't care about that. Trying to find the best one. There's so many cool ones. All right. Let's just do this. This, honestly, every time I do this, this gets the feels. Oh, you guys remember Greg, my buddy Greg from way back in the day? People in the uplift will probably remember him. When I was doing ceremony, we used to do like a little church ceremony thing in the uplift every Sunday morning, watching the sun come up, having a moment of silence, usually a snowball fight. Got weird. But yeah, he's going to come back into the game pretty soon. He's been
cool.
He's been dealing with some health issues, but he's actually doing really good. Like, we were sort of, having sessions where, I was hanging out with him because we didn't know if I was going to be able to anymore. And he's like bounced big time. So he's pretty excited. I'm excited. He's still breathing. So he's going to come back and hang out. So anyway, this is the uplift, and we've been taking a little nap and we're waking up. just, and that's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like maybe 1% of the builds that are in the uplift. Yeah, and pretty soon there's going to be a bunch of keck stackers all over the place. That's not going to be weird at all. Just kidding, it's going to be weird. But we are good. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this week. We're going to call it a bang up week. The keck thing went bananas. We're getting closer and closer to announcing actual stuff. Adrian just got back to me on Telegram one for the first time in a little while and super busy, so I get to talk to him about some stuff. Yeah, with any luck, we'll have Adrian on the show to talk Wombat and Atomic and all the crazy stuff they're doing.
That would be awesome.
Okay. Yeah, dude, like I got to at NFT NYC, we got to hang out for a little bit, and like suddenly there was like a freaking bottle of, I think it was like bourbon or some crazy shit. We're just like in a hotel lobby, having like really expensive wine, and some other snacks. And, he's like German or whatever, right? So like that's your liver better wake up for that one.
Yeah.
But we had a blast. I freaking love that guy. He's awesome. I'm actually really excited that they're in charge of Atomic now. I think that's good for the whole.
Yeah. Last time I met with him was in Barcelona for an Avalanche conference.
Fun.
And yeah, as always, he's there with his whiskey bottle in the backpack.
He's not messing around. He's not messing. Dude, I can't. Okay, so we got rule number one: find out where he's going to be next, and then we try and go to there.
Yes, we'll do that.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. Really, really, really good dude. I'm glad that. He's apparently just in Dubai, so that's fun. What else happened this week?
Oh, cool.
I don't even know. I mean, some weirdo airdropped $1 trillion keck to all of the land and NFT or land and rail NFT holders in the uplift. I don't know who that was. It's only the third time I've said that. Am I excited about it, Juan? Yes, because I am. It was hilarious.
Yeah. I can see it.
Yeah. It's a thing. I feel like I have a superpower now. It's like it's crazy, and really like that is one of the key things for a lot of the things that we're planning on doing. Involve that, and now like I don't need a dev for that, and that's huge for me, right? Like the dev resources for the uplift is going to be zero for a while, and so anything that I can do without code and still bring value to our ecosystem and to everything else that you and I want to do, like rock and roll.
Yeah,
be good.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is the thing that I think that there's a lot of people who could be doing way more without coding, and they aren't doing it. And the ones who are coding maybe are not coding the right things and are doing too complex things, because they could be doing a lot of very simple things that add a ton of value to the ecosystem.
Yeah, it's interesting to find that mix. Well, everybody's experimenting. We're all kind of trying to find our level. That was always like at the very beginning of the uplift. I remember we sat down with this one guy who wanted to charge us $1 million to put everything on chain. I'm like, no. And we had made $0 at this point, right? So like there was never part of the question. But it really it focused my mind on the fact that like we want, if you can I used to call it feeding off the land, right? If you can feed off the land, you do it every time, right? If it's possible to do this with tools that already exist, you get the duct tape and you figure out how to make that happen, because there's so many freaking tools that don't get used now. I mean, heck, like I'm just starting now because out of necessity, frankly, because I'm basically the only one driving the car at the uplift right now. There will be more coming back. I talked to Tala yesterday, and she's working on our AI stuff, and is very excited that things are starting to wake up. So like all that stuff will come back when it's time. But yeah, there's an absolutely insane amount of stuff that I can do as like a barely capable human, to kind of make things more interesting, and that exists for everybody. Anybody can do that. It's crazy. Yeah. All right. So this is where like it'd be really cool if we had a list of all the things we talked about this week, but I don't know. Like Wuffy's been crazy, Keck's been crazy, Lithium chart's doing pretty good. I mean, hold on, the market is very healthy.
The market is very healthy. Yeah.
It's getting there. It's a start. Like it's not massive by any stretch of the imagination, but it's pointed in the right direction, which is kind of fun.
Yeah. If you think about WIF, it's up 18% since yesterday at this time. So
WAF or WIF?
WIF.
The other one on Sol.
The one on Sol, WIF. It's
WIF massive?
Dog with hat. WIF is the WIF is the meme coin that we should have bought this year. As easy as that.
It's almost like a team should get inspired by that.
Yes.
On there. But maybe, like, to have a market cap that size and to still move 18% in a day blows my mind. That to
Yeah.
me, they have figured. And I have a look. We should look at this. They clearly have all their supply locked up, right? So if there's any sort of liquidity crunch at all, and there's like
No, but that's the cut
no, but like,
because
there's like, how can you be in a situation where, and again, like, I just might be wrong. Like, somebody might come in with $100 billion or whatever. I know it's a stupid number, but like, for me, I see a movement on a token with that much market cap. I immediately think, and this might be an error, that so much of circulating supply is either just like sitting in people's wallets because like the hodl culture is that strong, or it's staked, or it's deployed in some kind of fun fashion or whatever, right? So like, I mean, that's the thing
yeah.
with lithium and everything else. Like, I want to really learn from the bonk example. And figure out ways for people to be incentivized to just take their token off the table for X amount of time.
Well, I think that when a project is really solid and the team is really doing a lot of activities, a lot of things for its community, I think that happens even without having to ask them to lock the tokens.
Yeah.
I would install a token where if there's a vibrant community and there are things happening every day. So yeah, I think that that's the real recipe. I think it's being open, being transparent, and hustling, doing for the community.
Yeah.
Always for the community, adding value to your community.
You just went to our big why, like, boom.
Yes.
Right. Like, we can come up with all these fun little mechanisms, but yeah, at the end of the day, because it's one thing to like to sort of lock things up. I'm looking way more at incentivizing that, and that's kind of the mechanism to do what you're talking about, right? Like we're figuring out all sorts of like community engagement kind of fun stuff and whatever, and I'm just going to target those things for that's kind of the same thing, right? Like we could target holders if we wanted to, and it would have more or less the same result.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's fun. It's gonna be a weird year, kids. It's funny, the more white I get in my beard, the more I call people kids, because I feel old, even though like on the inside of my brain I'm basically 14. Anyways, it's been a slice. We'll see you guys on Monday. Oh, so Bullshipbles from Shipple number 9 on Wax is going to be on Monday or Tuesday. I'm not sure which one.
Let's hope it's on Monday.
Okay, I'll push it towards Monday then. Yeah, the sooner the better.
Cool.
Bias for action. Yeah, and the what's that freaking event that's going on? They do it in the sort of
in
space.
Estopia.
Yeah. They're coming on, I think, on the 22nd. I'll confirm it in the. I'll let you know, but they're confirmed. They're coming on.
Awesome.
Yes, so that's exciting. And again, like anybody who else who wants to come on the show or even just get featured, like, you can send me some information, like Pixel did. Try and make it point form, just because it's easier for me to rant about it on the show. But yeah, we really, really are excited about getting everybody to know more and more and more about all the projects that are on Wax. There's clearly a ton of them that have been doing a lot of really fun things. And we just want to, get on the rooftop and yell about them because it's pretty cool. All righty. We should come up with like a cool sign off. Just kidding.